So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to dive into today includes the whole Xbox Activision deal. We know that's still going through the process flows, and now Sony is throwing in their thoughts in the case of Call of Duty being owned by Xbox. It's an interesting story there. We're going to dive into that. Beyond that, Sony is set to bring human-level visuals with future first-party titles, and Sony is ending a launch PlayStation 5 feature already. First, yes or no, do you play Call of Duty or not? This obviously relates to one of today's stories, and I'm curious how many of you play Call of Duty. I really enjoy the franchise and have been playing every Call of Duty game since the PlayStation 3 360 era. I think PlayStation 2 as well with Big Red One. But that's just me. What about you guys? So comment below, yes or no, if you play Call of Duty or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the first story of the video, Sony ending a launch PlayStation 5 feature. Reading from Gaming Bolt, when Sony launched the PlayStation 5 in November 2020, it came equipped with many new features like the DualSense controller, activity cards, and much more. However, one new feature, Accolades, hasn't done very well. As a result, Sony's looking to discontinue support for the feature in fall 2022, according to an important notice on the PlayStation UK site. The reason is straightforward: the feature hasn't seen the level of usage we anticipated, so we are refocusing our efforts. We encourage the community to continue to send positive messages to one another. When introduced, Accolades allowed one to bestow positive praise on other players after online matches. Accolades ranged from helpful and welcoming to good sport messages, with one accolade available to dole out per match. A player could only receive them once every 12 hours, and friends can't receive them. If that weren't enough, accolades were only available via random matchmaking and didn't provide much incentive for commending other players. So I'll be honest, I've only ever seen accolades in Destruction All-Stars, and even then I wasn't sure what was so great about these. Essentially, after a match, somebody would send an accolade towards you that said like this person was really a good sport or really helpful in the game, and I'm like, okay, sure, I don't know how I was, but I'll take it, all right. And that was pretty much it. Sony could have implemented this in their reward system. If accolades could have been used to earn points for the PlayStation Network store, people would definitely use them. There's no incentive to tell another player online with a message like a stamp or a badge to tell them that, hey, you were great. People go into random matchmaking matches a bazillion times, and they don't really know many of the players that are playing. They just go from one match to the next. So I don't know how this was supposed to work out if there wasn't an incentive outside of just, being a good player. You know what I mean? It doesn't really promote it. If it was for PlayStation Network rewards or something like that, it would have made more sense. Considering this feature is being put to rest come this fall when the new PlayStation Plus or the new Plus rewards, All-Star rewards system launches, this makes sense. They don't really need this as much anymore. They have that new reward system, so let's see how that plays out. Now, diving into the second story of the video, new human-level visuals for Sony first-party titles. So this story was pretty interesting to read. I believe we already knew that Sony first-party studios share work and resources with each other to help with development of their respective games, and now we're going to see visual and animation tech that is targeting human-level realism set to be used across Sony first-party studios for their future titles. This comes from senior technical recruiter at PlayStation, Matt Barney, who said this on LinkedIn: creating the future of video game technology. Wow, I still have to pinch myself that I'm lucky enough to be a part of this global scale initiative to create our next-gen mocap and human realism technology here at PlayStation that every single PlayStation developer will use to create all of our games once completed. And in the respective job listing, it states this: we seek research engineers in the field of computer vision, machine learning, and advanced computer graphics to help develop solutions that will advance our facial performance capture. If you're ready to join an elite R&D team working on the future technology of AAA games like Uncharted, God of War, Spider-Man, and more, please apply. So this is pretty much Sony's research and development group pushing and targeting for human level realism for their future titles. Honestly, right now, A lot of what Sony releases is already high quality. The animations in Horizon Forbidden West, for example, are already beyond so much of what's out there in the video game world, and they're pushing beyond even that. I'm excited to see what studios like Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch do with something like this with the next Ghost of Tsushima or whatever Naughty Dog has cooking next. But you guys let me know if you're excited to see human level realism from future PlayStation 5 titles or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, Sony shoots at the Activision Xbox deal. So you guys already know my initial thoughts when it came to Microsoft buying Activision. I personally thought it was a step too far to potentially take over the Call of Duty franchise that's been a multi-platform series for almost 2 decades. Then we heard news that Sony has contract deals with Activision that will be honored until completion. So that's a few more Call of Duty titles on PlayStation, which had people worried if after those they'll be gone. And Microsoft came out to reassure everyone that the franchise will always be multi-platform. That's kind of what we understood. Again, I'm one of the first people to say it was okay for Xbox to acquire Bethesda to gain some decent developers and pump up their library because they really needed it. But I still stand with Activision being a step too far. Even if Sony did it, I wouldn't like it there as well. I have friends who play on Xbox as well, and I never liked the Sony exclusive modes for Call of Duty because we couldn't all play them together until a year later. Luckily, the Sony exclusive modes weren't that great, so it didn't really matter. The Xbox Microsoft deal is going through the process right now, and right now it's at a point where investigations on the deal are happening across the globe, and Sony chimed in during this time. Reading from Video Game Chronicle, Sony believes Call of Duty could inspire users to switch to Xbox following Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard. That's according to the company's official response to questions from Brazil's regulatory body, first spotted by Reset Era, which, like many regions, is currently studying the proposed deal for approval. In its questionnaire answers, Sony calls Call of Duty an essential game, a blockbuster, a AAA type game that has no rival. According to a 2019 study, the importance of Call of Duty to entertainment in general is indescribable, Sony said. The brand was the only video game IP to break into the top 10 of all entertainment brands among fans, joining powerhouses such as Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings. Call of Duty is so popular that it influences users' choice of console, and its network of loyal users is so entrenched that even if a competitor had the budget to develop a similar product, it would not be able to rival it. No other developer can devote the same level of resources and expertise in game development. Even if they could, Call of Duty is overly entrenched so that no rival, no matter how relevant, can catch up. So Sony goes on in the article, I'll have it linked, they go on to explain more on the matter, but the point is that Call of Duty is a juggernaut franchise. We already know this too. While it'll probably remain on PlayStation, it being on Xbox Game Pass, a Xbox Game Pass title would be a sizable blow to PlayStation. Why buy the game at $70 on PlayStation when you can just get it on Xbox Game Pass? There are people who literally just play 2K and Call of Duty, and I know this because I have friends like this who just literally play 2K and Call of Duty and maybe some Dragon Ball Z on the side. But if they could just do that with Game Pass, have Call of Duty and 2K being on there, and also have access to a lot of other games, they'll just stick to that. That's the best deal in their mind. They'll just do that forever. This is where it makes competition hard. I'm curious to see what other companies are saying on the matter and if these comments will have any impact on the deal at all. But you guys let me know if you care if Microsoft owns Activision or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps. Subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "It's another new week." Now, I'm not saying it's going to be like last week, but why not put that energy out there? We said it's a new week last week, and Sony bombarded us with news. I'm not saying again it's going to happen this week, but we can put that energy out there. So if you're excited for the possibilities of new announcements from Sony this week, destroy the comment section with "It's another new week," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.